The cues that trigger a habit can start out very specific, but over time your habits become associated not with a single trigger but with the entire context surrounding the behavior. For example, many people drink more in social situations that they would ever drink alone. The trigger is rarely a single cue, but rather the whole situation. Watching your friend order drinks, hearing the music at the bar, seeing the beers or tap. We mentally assign our habits to the locations in which they occur at home, the office, the gym. Each location develops a connection to certain habits and routines. You establish a particular relationship with the project you on your desk, the item on your kitchen counter, the things in your bedroom. Our behavior is not defined by the object in the environment but by our relationship to them. In fact, this is a useful way to think about the influence of the environment on your behavior. Stop thinking about your environment as filled with objects, starting thinking about it as filled with relationships. Think in terms of how you interact with the space around you. For one person, her pauses in the place where she reads for an hour each night. For someone else, the couch is where he watches television and eats a bowl of ice cream after work. Different people can have different memories and thus different habits associated with the same place. The good news, you can train yourself to link a particular habit with a particular context. In one study, scientists instructed insomniacs to get into bed only when they were tired. If they couldn't fall asleep, they were told to sit in a different room until they become sleepy. Over time, subjects began to associate the context of their bed with the action of sleeping, and it became easier to quickly fall asleep when they climbed in bed. Their brains learned that sleeping, not browsing on their phones, not watching television, not staring at the clock, was the only action that happened in that room. The power of context also reveals an important strategy. Habit can be easier to change in a new environment. It helps to escape the stable triggers and cues that nudge you toward your current habits. Go to a new place, a different coffee shop, a bench in the park, a corner of your room you seldom view, and create a new routine there. It's easier to associate a new habit with a new context than to build a new habit in the face of competing cues. It can be difficult to go to bed early if you watch television in your bedroom each night. It can be hard to study in the living room without getting distracted if that's where you always play video games. But when you step outside your normal environment, you leave your behavior bias behind. You are not battling old environment cues, which allows new habits to form without interpretation. Want to think more creatively? Move to a bigger room, a rooftop patio, or a building with expensive architect- architect- architecture. Take a break from the space where you do your daily work, which is also linked to your current thought pattern. Trying to eat health here. It's likely that you shop on autopilot at your regular supermarket. Try a new grocery store. You may find it easier to avoid unhealthy food when your brain doesn't automatically know where it is located in the store. When you can't manage to get on an entirely new environment, refine or rearrange your current one. Create a separate space for work, study, exercise, entertainment, and cooking. The mantra I find useful is one space, one use. When I started my career as an entrepreneur, I would often work for my coach or at the kitchen table in the evening. I found it very difficult to stop working. There was no clear vision between the end of work time and the beginning of personal time. Was the kitchen table my office or the space where I ate meals? Was the coach where I relaxed on your or where I sent emails? Everything happened in the same place.